smart TV box. And the way it's set up, of course, so just turn the box on, and then you're going to get to the screen, which we're at right here. So the first thing that you need to do is very easily just go ahead and click next. At that point, we're already going to have the English as the language set up, so just keep rolling with that. Of course, unless you want to change it to a different language, completely up to you. And then from here, you set your screen and set the display however you want to have it set up. So the best thing to do is kind of just roll it through and see what works better for you. I've noticed that on larger TVs, it's good to have it on at 100. The TV in my living room, I keep it at 100. I think it's like a 55 inch or something like that. And then the one in the room, which is a little bit smaller, that's usually around 91%. But once again, just kind of check that out on your own and see whichever one works best for you. And then you kind of get a feel for it from there. But once you have your display set, and you do that very easily by pressing up and down on your remote control. And you see I'm pressing down right now, it's lowering it. To make it larger, just simply press up. So once you get it set up, hit the next button. And then from here, you're going to want to choose whether you want to do Wi-Fi or Ethernet. Typically, Wi-Fi is going to be checked automatically. If you did want to go through Ethernet, it's real easy. Just go right over here, press OK on your remote control, and then it's going to change to Ethernet. If neither one of these is checked, sometimes you will get it and it's going to be like that right there. So if neither one of them are checked, then just choose the one that you want. I'm going to go ahead and select Wi-Fi. At that point, it's going to show refresh access point list, and you just have to kind of give it a couple minutes. It's just going back through and checking all the Wi-Fi locations that are available, and you just kind of give it a little bit of time, allow it to pull back up. So we're going to go ahead and wait on that right now, and it shouldn't be a whole lot longer. And there we go. From here, you choose whichever Wi-Fi setup that is that you want to use. Of course, the way that the device is set up is it actually has a dual band Wi-Fi setup, and as you can see, I do have dual band Wi-Fi, 2 different channels here. So at that point, you would just choose whichever one you'd want. The one up there that says 5G, that actually gets a little bit faster Wi-Fi speed than what the regular one does, but I'm just going to go and choose the regular one for right now. So let's go and select that. And from there, it's going to bring up and ask you to put in your password. All depending on what remote you're using. If you were using the standard remote that comes with the box, as you do that, you're going to see a keyboard that's going to pop up. So let's go and do that. You press the OK button and the keyboard pops up. Now, I'm not going to be using the standard remote. I'm going to use one of our Droidstream Pro wireless air mouse / keyboard remotes, which is an awesome remote. It makes things a lot easier. You can simply just go ahead and plug in on your keypad on the remote control whatever it is that password is that you're going to want to put in. So let me go ahead and put the password in. Alright, then once you have your password put in, let's go ahead and click done right here. Password is put in. If you want to see it to make sure, just click show password. I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then from here, go ahead and hit connect. And it's going to let you know that your Wi-Fi is connecting. And then there you go. You're going to get the notice like that right there. It's going to pop up and show you that your Wi-Fi is connected. And then it's also going to give you your IP address. At that point, press finish. Or go to finish and press OK on your remote control, I should say. And then there you go. It's going to bring up and bring you to the home screen of our device. From here, the next thing I would suggest to do is go down to settings, click that by hitting OK on your remote, go over to display, go down to hide status bar. It's on right now. We want to turn that off. Okay, you see as I turned it off, it popped up the menu at the bottom of the screen. That's going to be an important menu to help close out apps and a couple different features like that. So that's the reason I typically do like to bring that feature up. But it's completely up to you if you want to leave it up or not. And from here, let's just go ahead and back out. And we get back to our home screen right here. If you wanted to put your location in, that's real easy to do. Up here for weather-wise, just click that, and then from there it's going to allow you to do that. I'm going to leave it as New York right now, just to kind of leave it the way it is. And then after that, what you're going to need to do as you initially set the box up, Kodi is not going to be set up with any add-ons. So at this point, if you were to log into Kodi, which I can log in just to show you, it's going to tell you that it's preparing for the first run. And let's see here, just give it another second and allow this to go and pull it up. And you see we do have Kodi 14.2, which is the newest version. Alright, so you look in here and there's no add-ons. And the reason there's no add-ons is initially when you purchase the box, if you're going to set it up, the add-ons aren't installed. The reason being, and I'm going to go ahead and log out of Kodi real quick. And by the way, the best way to log in and out of Kodi is on the remote control that comes with your box. There is a red button. Underneath of it, it says Setup in the top left-hand corner. You press that one time to log into Kodi, and you press it one more time to log out. That is the correct way to log in and out of Kodi if you want to keep your box operating to its fullest. That is the way to do it. But once again, the reason that we do not typically have the add-ons already installed on the box is because we do our add-on updater and we do it frequently. So it's best just as soon as you receive the box, very easy for you to do, go over to where it says Kodi Updater, press OK on your remote, and then as you can see right there, it says local version 0, and then you have the server version. And that server version is always going to be your most recent version of Kodi. So the reason we don't preset that up in most cases is because it changes frequently. You know, we're doing updates all the time. And we want to make sure you have the most recent version on your box at all times. So from here, you would click the Kodi add-on install. I'm not going to do that right now because I want to show you guys a couple other things with the setup of the box. But we do have another video that will show you exactly how to do the Kodi add-on install. Step by step. It's very, very simple. It's as simple as just pressing Kodi add-on install and just a few other buttons. It's very, very easy. But what I'm going to do right now, instead of doing that, I'm going to back out. But now at this time, if you're setting the box up, you do need to do that. If you want to have your add-ons pull up in Kodi, which obviously you do, then at this point of the process, you need to go ahead and do the Kodi add-on install. But just for showing you guys purpose and showing you how to set it up, I'm going to go and back out right now. So from here, what you can do is go up, it says home and then it says favorites. So let's go ahead and set up your favorites. So go to the plus sign right here. And then from here, typically I remove file manager. You don't really need that there. If you like Facebook, you can put Facebook there. Film on live TV, which I'm going to have to go ahead and do a video on Film On because I've never done one for you guys. But Film On has a lot of different content. It's a lot of live content, but it's not like your typical live channels. But from here, I'm going to undo 4K movie player because we don't need that. Typically, I would put the OTA updater. I would put the speed test, and then I would also put Showbox. And then you can leave the Play Store on there right now. So from here, let's go and back out. And let's back out. And so now that you have your favorites set up, the next thing to do that's very important is you need to do a speed test. So go back to your favorites where you just put your speed test. Go over here and click on that. And then at that point, it's going to pull up, finding the best server. You hit OK right here. And then you want to go ahead and begin the test. The way that you do need to do this now, if you do not have one of our wireless keyboard remote controls, you're going to need to manually move the cursor to begin test. The way you do that is on your standard remote control, you're going to see a button that says cursor. Press that down, release it, and after you do that, press the down button on your remote. And then you can see manually, you can move up, down, over. You can move the cursor manually. So go ahead and press right there. And then if you want to set it up to where you're able to remove the cursor normal. Okay, so you see my speed test right there. That's a pretty darn good speed. Really, we recommend that you run at least 10 to 12 Mbps. download speed wise, and you're able to operate the box okay. If you really want to watch a lot of live TV and you want to get a really good performance, then obviously the better it is, the faster it is, the better it is. But then we go ahead and that test completed, and as you can see right there, pretty good speeds. At this point, I'm going to want to go ahead and back out of here. So hit your back button on your remote control. Now, in order to get your remote control set back up to where you're able to move it without moving the cursor like that, hit the cursor button one more time, and then now you can move it back to normal. So it's very easy. You'll also use that cursor button if you need to close out apps. Hit cursor, and then you go down here to the double squares right there. Click that, and then to close out an app, you're gonna need to come up here, go to it, press the OK button, and hold it down, and then go ahead and click remove from list. So, and then you do the same thing to remove the speed test. Go right over here, press, hold down OK, remove from list, and then you're good to go. And let's see, and really, guys, that's about it. I mean, that's going to get you into the device, get it set up. The only other thing I would suggest is if you don't have the most recent firmware, which sometimes, you know, the box is not coming with the most recent firmware because after the boxes have been shipped, lots of times from the factory, you know, they've been shipped to me, and then we have a new firmware that's set up. So, you know, sometimes your firmware would not be set up to the most recent version. What you would do is just simply go here, OTA updater, click that, and if there is an option for new firmware, it's going to pop up like it just did and tell you that there is a new option. I'm not going to do the OTA firmware download right now. We have a separate video that shows you how to do that, and then we also have step-by-step instructions on our website that will also tell you how to do that. So, but for now, I'm going to go and cancel and back out of there. And besides that, I mean, from here, your box is set up. You would have already had all your add-ons installed. You've already done your speed test. You've got everything set up the way that you want to, and you're good to go.